me if I said... Stop. Stop. Damn, I spun too hard. Would you believe me if I told you that these girls were trans? You thought they were some bad huh?
You're a victim.
And that is crazy because I was fooled as well. And this one got my preferred phenotype, curly afro with curves. That's crazy. This world is not a real place no more. It is a matrix.
Free your mind.
But anyways, man, welcome back to another video, man. Back again with another video. So I was scrolling on my Instagram as usual, and I saw this clip of a trans woman saying that she will never tell a man that she goes on a date with that she is trans.
I hate the burden of having to talk about my transness on the first or even the second date.
Wow. You would let me take you out twice.
Well, this is
not
ideal.
Say, right, and not say, just so you know.
If we met out and about, yeah.
That's bullshit. What the?
I'm more likely to hold off longer. Now, online, if I'm like on an app or something, I put it in my profiles. Like, I don't play that game.
No, but if I met you at a bar, restaurant, whatever, Raquel's so beautiful, can I take you out? Sure.
It varies, but I'm not going to be like, can you take me out? Sure. Oh, by the way, I'm trans. Like, I might do that, but I don't feel obligated to do that all the time.
It's interesting that you say you don't feel obligated.
And say you actually start liking her and then she tells you, oh, by the way, I'm trans. That's a whole 2 weeks of talking down the drain right there.
I ain't even gonna tell y'all that that's a bad idea, because you know it's a bad idea. You know how many reports there are? You can look it up. You know how many times I've heard of some of y'all getting your ass beat? Not in the way that you want, but getting your ass beat because you didn't disclose a simple, tiny little, not really tiny little detail. It's a pretty big detail, but you didn't disclose that beforehand. Because if it was me, I went to go take this chick's pants off, and the first thing I see is, yeah, you're getting a haymaker from hell.
Let's normalize being honest, because this right here could get you. You know what I'm saying? And here's a guy that actually got in a relationship with a trans woman, but the whole time he did not know she was trans.
We were together for like 3 months. You didn't know. I had no idea.
Wait, he was. Oh, that means she got the procedure done.
Me and her, it just, because she was like the first girl that I was ever like really in love with. We were together for like 3 months. You didn't know. I had no idea. But we always got into lots of arguments about pregnancy because she wasn't on the pill. She didn't want to use condoms, and I was like, if we don't use a condom, we're gonna have a fucking child. You didn't know. No, I had no idea.
That's the first indicator right there. She did not want to use condoms because she know damn well she could not get pregnant. And I'm starting to wonder, have I ever been with a fake vagina? Like this makes a guy wonder, bro.
There's a lot of trans people who get off on not telling a man that they're trans. And I find that so awful. It puts such a bad rep on the trans community. I went on a date with someone. I would probably tell them beforehand, by the way, I'm trans. If this is your thing, amazing. If not, that's okay. I'd rather tell them beforehand because there's lots of crazy, aggressive people out there who will murder you. So many trans people die because they find out that they once were a man. That's how people die.
My ex, afterwards when I told her, I was like, in the future, just tell people. Just because like, if I was like closeted homophobic, it wouldn't have just been like a shitty joke that I made, right? Like it would have been super dangerous. Her argument was she just wanted me to get to know her
first.
for who she is now.
Yes, but who you are now is a trans woman. That is a big part of who you are. And people like her make it worse for other trans people. Because as you can see, I believe the woman that is in front of him is trans. She's reasonable. So not all trans people are like, oh, I'm not gonna tell nobody I'm trans.
You have a huge presence on social media, YouTube. You've got more than 1 million subscribers on YouTube alone. You are trans, as you mentioned. In your mind, are trans women women?
No, I believe trans women are trans women. I think that that's a very specific state of being. I certainly know now, being more than a decade into my transition, I can recognize certain parallels in my experience with women, because it's not as if I'm just completely foreign to, the way they live and the way they're treated through society, because I've transitioned and I'm recognized as a woman by people who don't know me in public. However, there is a long list of things I'll never experience. And I actually find it quite insulting to both trans people and women, that there is this sort of nuance less take out there that trans women are women. I think that it strips both parties of their ability to have real, honest conversations.
See, there are reasonable trans people. It's just that the unreasonable ones will get highlighted more because it brings in views and clicks. Because even with the lady boys in Thailand, they don't say that they're women because they know better.
5 things I wish I'd have known before dating a trans woman, part 2. So if liking men makes you gay, and liking women makes you straight, what does not liking men, but liking women of all types, including trans women, make?
Yes, I see the confusion. You're gay. What you're describing makes you super duper gay, and that's cool. I can't say I like women of all kinds. I like one very specific kind of woman. The kind of women I like have vaginas. Because that's what women have. So, have fun being gay, though.
Yep, that's just gay with extra steps, my guy. And speaking of gay, I saw this interview on No Jumper where this man was saying that he's not gay even though he performs fellatio on his trans girlfriend's pee-pee. You know what I'm saying?
To a lot of people, they have a hard time wrapping their head around the fact that you say you're straight, but then you also have acknowledged that you'll suck her dick.
Correct. Absolutely.
How do you square that in your mind?
Man, this is a good one. I mean, I just truly I really just look at her like a woman, whether she has a dick or not. Personally, it even looks girly to me. You know what I mean? It's different than mine.
Right.
I got a big. My OnlyFans is called the Hung Plumber for a reason.
Right.
I'm hung this. She's got this tiny little thing from the hormones.
Well, the hormones make it small and make it not get hard, right?
No, not at all. I literally.
If she's real turned on. If I get her real turned on, yeah.
You might see it poking up.
Yeah.
Yeah, you'll see it through the dress.
Let's get high, bro. I love it.
Holy shit!
All right, I got no issues with people dating who they want to date and being attracted to who they're attracted to. But if you're gonna sit here, but if you're gonna sit in front of my face and tell me that you doing the Gok 3000 on a PP isn't gay, then you're delusional, bro. I got to say something, bro. You are delusional. You are delusional.
We are on the same page. If you don't look like a girl, get the out of the girl's bathroom.
I don't think you belong in the girl's bathroom.
But you wouldn't, my love, you wouldn't know.
But
4 years in, a lot of the issues that we're having is the divide where it's competition, my love. Where we're dating the same men,
We're
rather we
definitely
want to
not dating the same men.
We are, baby. Trust me.
No, we are not.
Would you guys date a trans person?
I would not. For me personally, I couldn't do it.
But you just said that you like women.
Yeah, that's true. I like women.
And if they're real women, then why wouldn't you date them?
No judgment, but I wouldn't consider her a woman. I might be like, yeah, that's a girl.
So you wouldn't consider him a woman then?
Yeah, I wouldn't consider it a woman. No.
In other words, you're not into men.
Correct. Yeah.
You went from saying him to it. So trans women are not competing with biological women on the same types of men. The men that would date trans women are the more freaky fetish type of men. Probably bi or gay or whatever. Like my guy right here getting turned on when his girl woodpecker starts pecking it. You know what I'm saying?
That's basically what happened. But now I really don't care what nobody got to say. Because me personally, if anybody asks if I'm gay and shit like that, I don't see myself as I'm gay.
You see the way he just mumbled that part? I don't see myself. It's almost like he's trying to convince himself and get approval. I'm not gay, right? Guys, I'm not gay, right? That's what it sounds like to me.
I'm not sick or doing some weird shit, you know what I'm saying? I'm with her.
And I think his girl got the procedure. I don't maybe she still has the woodpecker. Or as we Jamaicans would say, she still got the buddy. Jamaicans call penis buddy. Buddy, in a pum pum. I kid you not, guys. When I first moved here and these white folks would say, hey, buddy, I get offended, bro. I'm like, who you calling buddy? Who y'all calling buddy? The bumper clock call me buddy. Now listen, I didn't act like that in reality, but in my mind, that's exactly how I acted.
In 2020, I was always on my phone on the live and shit. I seen her doing shit like that. But I don't know, I scrolled into her page and I saw her, seen she was in New York, texted her, and
It's been good ever since.
Yeah.
Did your parents feel weird about it or anything?
My mom, she's a Christian, so she be on something. She's delusional.
So the man that's dating a trans woman and saying he's not gay has no right to call his Christian mom delusional. You know what I'm saying? Especially when his girl's voice is deeper than his.
Okay, so like we played like the game in here, like we play the games together. We're together all day, every day.
And keep in mind, guys, like she using her high voice. And imagine how it's gonna sound in the morning. Hey, baby. I wouldn't consider it gay if you didn't know that they were trans and they had the procedure done, right? You might be up in there like, this kind of feel a little different. That wouldn't make you gay because they do look like women. It means you're attracted to women. But if you know that they were trans and you still hit it, it might be a little fruity. If I knew that they were trans, I wouldn't be able to get that out of my mind, bro. The fact that a lot of trans people wouldn't even date trans people says a lot.
Would you ever date a trans man or woman?
Never, because that's just disgusting. I'm trans myself. Why would I do that?
And you wouldn't?
No, I wouldn't. I
You're trans yourself and you wouldn't?
I want a man.
Okay, that's a very controversial opinion.
If I say I wouldn't date a trans woman, I want a woman, I would get canceled, huh?
That shit is crazy.
All right, y'all. That is the end of today's video. Hope you enjoyed it, and I'll see you on the next one, man. Peace out.
You talking my language, I can't help but like it, and just like a light.